Yo people, it's Rob Gellner here. Some of you may know me as Jazz Beethoven on Stickist. I decided to do a video on a couple things. Basically it's a video on a pedal board tour. So I'm going to show you a board that I built for just under $25. It's kind of a pedal train knockoff. It's 16 inches by 24 for size. I wanted to show you a Keith McMillan Soft Step 2 MIDI controller. There's been talk on the forum about a MIDI controller, so I thought I'd share with you what I use, and then so you can see how it works and give you a little demo on it. What else? Oh, I built a loop box. It's a stereo, like a 2-channel loop box where I can change different pedal effects just using the box. So I'll explain that to you, and you can see how that works. If anybody wants plans for that, I can send you something. The wiring diagrams for it is pretty simple to do. If you can't do that and you want someone to build one for you, I can do that for you too, maybe. But also I want to show you a stick stand that I use. I find it useful. I'd like to put a challenge out to any of you stickists out there that if you haven't done a video, post videos of yourself playing, but also of any of your pedal boards. It'd be cool to see some pedal board tours, just what you use and that sort of thing. I know a lot of us like to see what other people are using, and it gives us ideas, and we may not be aware of certain things, so it's just kind of cool to share stuff. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video that's to follow, and if you have any questions or comments, you can send me a message.
I thought I'd give you a little tour, a walk around, and so you can have a little look at it. It's made out of 1/2-inch plywood. Plywood cost me $14 at Home Depot. It's a 2-foot by 4-foot sheet of plywood. Cut it on a table saw, glued it together. The handles on the side are drawer pulls. I think they were $6 a piece. I decided that I would put a little space between the top rail and there, so I could pass my cables through it to make it look a little neater. This is the back side. The rails on the top that the Velcro is attached to are 2 inches wide. They're 1.5 inches spaced apart, so I could pass the cables through it. The inside, I lift it up, put a support piece on the inside here, drilled some holes through it to pass the cables through, doubled up the width around the outside to give it some strength, and the handles get screwed through the side of it. The handles work great for lifting this out, obviously, but I also use it for wrapping cables around it if I need to when I'm doing a gig and I don't want to trip over them. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you that you can make a pedal train style pedal board for not a whole lot of money, and it's been great. It works great for me. I just need to get more pedals on it.
Hello there, it's Rob again. Just carrying on with my little pedal board tour. Just wanted to point out a few pedals. There's talk on the Stickist about MIDI pedals, so I just wanted to introduce if you didn't know, the Keith McMillan Soft Step 2. Basically, there's 10 buttons, 1 to 0, and then you have a nav button here. With the navigation button, you can pre-program and upload however you've programmed the pedals to respond to your MIDI controlled pedals, what to do. So anyway, I've set this one up for Big Sky, and just to give you an idea what this does, it allows me to have my hands free to do what I need to do, which is play the stick. So I've set it up, and you can set this up any way you want, but I have it set up so number 5, if you look at the Big Sky here, you can see the little wheels spinning, or the little, I'm toggling through all the presets from 1 to really 127. I can go higher if I do some other programming. But since the Big Sky after 99, I think there's 300 presets in it. So basically after 99, it just repeats again. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little demo on how the pedal works. So anyway, I have 5 set up for changing the banks. And then I've got each of these, you've got tone, parameter 1, parameter 2, and modulation. So I've got them set up as tone, parameter 1, parameter 2, and modulation. And so basically you can set it to any value from 102, or from 0 to 127, or you can program it so that it goes 127 to 0. You can program these so that when you tap on it, it turns the knob on, or the button on, or it turns it off. I've got it set so when you push the up and down axis that it goes up and down, but you can program it so it goes left and right as well. So if I push on the left side, right side, I don't have it programmed to do that, but if I pushed here or here, I could get it to go from 0 to 127. So what we end up doing is each of these buttons has a CC command number, and you program it on your computer, and you tell the button what you want it to do and what CC command you want it to activate. So in this case, it's just which button does what. So instead of me having to do this, I could just do this. So when I'm playing with you can see my toe there. When I'm playing, I can change things. So I've got buttons 6, 7, and 8 set to decay, pre-decay, and mix. I didn't do the value button because that's just the way I wanted to do it. So I'm going to play some examples just so you can hear. And then I'll explain to you what this box is too. But for now, I'm going to activate both sides of the stick. So right now, it's one of the programs that I like to listen to. So you can see me turning it up. And you know what? I don't like that patch. I'm going to go and do a different one. So anyway, so the button I'm adjusting, number 8, is set to mix. So if I want to dry, I go down to 0. And then I've got delay on there too. I'll turn the delay off. So as I push the you can program the display here to show the number and what you've set it to do. So in that case, it says mix. So and I've got the delay set for 1 second, but I can go all the way up to 20 seconds. But most of the settings you can go, if I go to like this one, the highest setting I can go is 20 seconds. There's a couple that are 50 and a couple that are just much shorter. But for the most part, most of them go up to 20 when you do that. So when you go from one preset to the next, when I go up on this, whatever it's programmed to inside here, inside the Big Sky, is how it'll come out. As soon as I go to adjust it, it goes back to the numbers that are on here. So another little cool thing. One of the parameters, I'll show you how the parameters work. So I've got this set up, so if you watch the Big Sky, it says ah-ooh, ah-hoo. So now it's on ah. it down about half. And you can change each parameter is different on the pedal. So it's really, I didn't want to do a video on the big sky. I just want to do a video just to showing you how this Keith McMillan works. So this is set up for MIDI channel 1. If I have a timeline added, I can make that MIDI channel 2, and I can program the pedal to affect that pedal as well. So my goal down the road is to get more MIDI controllable pedals, and in that way I can control everything I need to do. I wanted to talk about this little box here. It's a MIDI expander, and it takes a signal from here and converts it to MIDI, and then sends the MIDI signal to here. So every time I touch one of these, you'll see the little yellow light flashing, and that just tells me I'm sending a MIDI signal out to this to change whatever I wanted to change. So this is in standalone mode right now, which means that it's not hooked up to a computer. If I hook up a USB cable from here, I can hook it up to my computer, and I can actually control like main stage on my Mac, and then I can do the same thing. I do virtual effects instead of having these hard effects that I'm using. So anyway, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email and I'll try to answer the best I can. The next thing is this little box here. It's a box I made. It's a looping box. So basically what it does is, because the stick is a stereo instrument, it's got melody and a bass side. This is my melody input. There's 2 inputs here. There's 2 outputs. And then each of these buttons is attached to a send and a receive. So the send is on the top, the receive's on the bottom. So this is for this one, this is for that, for this, that, and so on, right? So I don't have enough pedals on my board yet because I'm still poor and trying to get more. But anyway, if I had any more pedals, I could stick them in there. And so I made a point of buying stereo pedals. So I have a left and right on each of these pedals. The problem I ran into was that when I was playing, if I'm just going to turn on the flashback here. So I've got the flashback set up here. And see how much more convenient it would be to use my Keith McMillan if this was MIDI? I wouldn't have to go farting around with my foot. If I didn't have this, what would happen is every time I turn this on and off, I either get 2 channels of delay or 2 channels of no delay. So what I want to be able to do is have the ability to control. If I want delay in the melody side but not on the bass side, I could just so I got no delay in the bass, but I have delay in the tops. If I push both buttons at the same time, it switches. So what it does is it really expands the ability to get more sounds out of the pedals you have, assuming that you have stereo pedals. The other thing is they don't have to be stereo pedals. I have 8 outputs, so I could have 8 different pedals, or I could have 8 lines of pedals where I could have maybe 2 or 3 pedals in series, and they could be on one channel and then have the other ones on a different channel. So if I want to activate the one channel that has 3 pedals looped in together, I can do that. You can also use these as the returns on them can be used as inputs. So let's say I have if I play upright bass and I play electric bass and I play guitar, I could have electric bass, upright, and guitar. And then when I turn this on, I'm basically allowing the signal to come in through, so I don't have to manually go down and patch in chords. So I'll give you another little demo. So I'm going to turn on, I've got a chorus, TC Electronics chorus pedal. So I'm going to put a little chorus on the melody side, but I'm going to have some play on the bass. So anyway, I hope the audio quality is okay on this. Turn up the volume. We all like more volume. And let's see, both sides with some chorus. big sky, so put a little bit of, put a little more reverb. Oop, too much. I'm gonna change the patch to. So you can see there's a lot of options, and then there's. Signal kicks in. A little bit of chorus on there. Change. I gotta edit this again. I wish I had MIDI controllable. Too, so if let's say I've got a flanger and a chorus in there and I want to switch between the two, if I step on that I can change instantly. My playing is not the greatest, but anyway, hopefully that gives you an idea how this pedal works, how it can affect that, and how this little box affects everything else. And it really gives me way more options as far as what I can do. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that and enjoyed my little pedal board tour. I've got a anyway. Hey y'all. Just want to show you one last thing. Some of the stickers have been talking about stick stands, and I think the guitar stick stands are pretty cool. But I came across this, and I thought this was the best stand for a stick. And really, it's the problem with guitar stands is I don't know if you call this a yoke. This part's too narrow on a normal guitar stand. I've got to get the width of the stick to fit in here. But this is actually a bassoon bass clarinet stand by Hercules, and if you know their products, they're very ruggedly built. The only thing I had to do was make a little cup down at the bottom here, just a little square cup. Just took some plywood and made a little square box for that. This whole thing folds down. I can make that shrink down like that. This folds up. This folds up. I'm trying to do this and hold the camera. So for gigging, it's great, and it's very well built. So and there you go. So I'm putting it together with one hand, so that's how easy it is. So just a little bit, maybe $100 I think I paid for it, which is maybe a little pricey, but it's heavy duty. It's very heavy duty, and it looks great. I've used it on gigs. The bottom part's expandable. You can go out further with that here.
They can go out, and we still have, if I want this to be angled back more, I can do that. But this is great. I love it. If you're looking for a stick stand and you haven't bought one, this is a great option. So thought I'd just pass that on to you.